Travis Kelce's reaction to Jason Kelce talking about Taylor Swift's baby on New Heights. On Tuesday, April 15th, the Kelce brothers released the latest episode of their hit podcast, New Heights, which sent Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce fans into a frenzy when Jason Kelce, Travis's brother, suddenly mentioned Taylor Swift's baby during an impromptu chat. Although it was just a passing remark, Travis Kelce's extremely excited and meaningful reaction sparked a wave of heated speculation. Could it be that the golden couple of the entertainment and sports world is preparing to welcome a little angel? While the two were happily chatting about the 2025 Coachella Music Festival, Jason suddenly changed the subject and talked about Taylor Swift's baby as naturally as if it was already confirmed. The seemingly unintentional remark immediately made Travis burst out laughing, his face flushing and shaking his head, but everyone could tell that the smile wasn't one of denial. On the contrary, it was filled with pride and affection. Isn't that kid going to have legendary genes? The conversation took place around the 42-minute mark of the podcast when the two brothers started talking about their moments at Coachella. Jason, in his usual humorous way, suddenly blurted out, "Travis, I was thinking, if you and Taylor had a kid, which I'm not saying they did, but if they did, that kid would absolutely dominate the stage and the football field." Travis was drinking his water and almost choked. He put down his cup, laughed out loud, then closed his eyes and shook his head while trying to stop himself from laughing. "You're trying to get me into trouble, Jason," Travis said, half joking. "Mom will probably start buying baby clothes this week if she hears." But Jason wasn't done. With the twinkle in his eye of a teasing older brother, he continued, "I just imagine it. A kid with Taylor's emotional intelligence and your athleticism. That kid will write hits while running routes in the yard." At this point, Travis couldn't hide his blush. He buried his face in his hands, but he still chuckled. "Let's put it this way. If it ever comes true, I'll make you my godfather," Travis replied, half joking but with an unusual glint in his eyes. This wasn't the first time Travis Kelce had expressed his excitement at the idea of fatherhood. In an interview with Men's Health earlier this year, when asked about his future plans, Travis replied, "I love kids, honestly. I'm the type of person who can play with my grandkids all day. If I ever get the chance to be a dad, I think I'll enjoy every moment." Travis was also spotted playing with his best friend Pat Mahomes' kids at a family event. Taylor Swift, for her part, shared in a 2023 interview with Time magazine that she always thought about having a family in the future when the right person and the right time come. Now fans are wondering, has that time finally come? People magazine, in its report today, called the podcast the clearest sign yet that Travis and Taylor have had serious conversations about their future together. They quoted a source close to the Kelce family. "Travis has always been very sincere. If he didn't react negatively, it's because he didn't feel it was wrong. They're really happy." Entertainment Tonight reported, "No one said anything for sure, but Travis's smile said it all. It was the smile of a man hiding something beautiful." Soon after the podcast aired, social media exploded with the hashtags #YeKelceBaby, SwiftKelce Jr., and Swiftie Uncle Jason. A 36-second clip of the conversation went viral on TikTok, Twitter, X, and Instagram, with millions of views within hours. A popular X account in the Swiftie community commented, "Travis clearly didn't deny it. His expression when Jason mentioned the baby was like a man keeping the sweetest secret in the world." One Reddit user even analyzed the second when Jason mentioned if Travis raised an eyebrow but didn't object when Jason said Taylor's child. Travis just smiled, not surprised. It looked like they had a serious conversation about this. Even though she wasn't on the podcast, Taylor Swift seemed to be sending out her own signals. Just hours after the podcast aired, Taylor posted an Instagram story with a photo of a field of wildflowers, accompanied by the song "Never Grow Up," a touching ballad about childhood innocence. The online community seemed to understand the message. Could Taylor be sending a gentle confirmation through music, just like her style? Kelce's family, did they know? Fans have also noticed the recent interactions of Kylie Kelce, Travis's sister-in-law, who has always been an active supporter of the relationship between her brother-in-law and Taylor. In a behind-the-scenes clip posted to Jason's TikTok account, Kylie is heard saying, I'm thinking about having a playdate for the kids, maybe 3 or 4 if there's a new addition. Although she quickly changed the subject, netizens have been saving the clip and speculating. Is Kylie referring to baby Kelce Swift? A wedding, a baby, and a fairy tale love? Regardless of the truth, Travis's reaction has warmed fans' hearts. It seems that behind all the stage lights, the high-profile performances, and the legendary football matches, there is still a gentle, genuine love story that is blooming in its own way. Travis Kelce, the tall, strong man on the football field, once confessed that he was weak for Taylor Swift's smile, and now there might be a baby too. The end of the story, or just the beginning? As the podcast ends, Jason Kelce closes with a statement that carries multiple layers of meaning. Anyway, I just want to say, I can't wait to see you be a dad, Travis, whenever that happens. I know you're going to be an amazing dad. Travis this time isn't smiling. He looks straight into the camera and whispers, "Thank you, really?" And with that, millions of Swifties and Chiefs Kingdom hearts around the world flutter. We may not know for sure if baby Swift Kelce has arrived yet, but one thing is clear, their love is growing by the day, and the world is watching every smile. While responding to a call on a recent episode of the New Heights podcast, her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, sang a line from her hit song, 22, while wearing a hat that signaled to fans that he may have been recording from her house in New York City. That a fan left a voicemail describing herself as a 22-year-old female with a 5-year-old daughter, which Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce shared during the Thursday, March 13th bonus episode of their joint podcast. Feeling 22, Travis, 35, sang following the woman's introduction, referencing Swift's hit song from 2014. The sweet line wasn't Travis's only nod to Swift. At the very beginning of the episode, Jason brought up his brother's hat, which has Tribeca written on it in white lettering. "What you know about it?" Travis asked Jason, who admitted he knew nothing. "It's a town in New York," said Travis. Jason joked that he thought it was a type of tequila brand. "I drink some Tribeca tequila," the Kansas City Chiefs tight end responded. Jason later confirmed that they were recording in New York, a detail that immediately piqued Swifties' interest because the pop star has a $150 million penthouse in Tribeca, according to Elle Decor. "Okay, I feel like this is Taylor's house, and she picked out that wallpaper," wrote one Instagram follower on a post promoting the podcast episode. The couple has been keeping to themselves following the Chiefs' Super Bowl loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, only recently being spotted after dinner on March 10th in Park City, Utah. On the podcast, Jason then started playing messages they'd received in response to their call for parenting advice questions. "I guess they're going to ask us questions about parenting," the retired Eagle center said. "Somebody who doesn't have any children and someone who is at best an absentee father," joked the 37-year-old, who is currently expecting his 4th child with his wife, Kylie. When the call from the 22-year-old mother came up, the brothers wondered why she was asking them for advice. The woman explained that her young daughter keeps telling strangers that she stole her, resulting in CPS being called on her. Jason theorized that the child was trying to get a rise out of her mom. "Why has she called New Heights?" Travis joked. The brothers quickly started reminiscing about their own childhoods. Jason said he used to threaten to call the cops on their dad, Ed Kelce, who would egg him on, telling him to do it. "You've got to just attack this with a little reverse psychology," said Jason, causing laughter from his brother. "Just lean into it, and then it's over. This is how you get Dennis the Menace," Travis said, referencing the hit TV show that aired in 1959. "You can't just let a kid walk over you, you've got to stand your ground." The Kelce brothers decided to bring their dad into the conversation, but Travis reminded the audience that Ed grew up in a different day and age.